more than triple convinced.
Right.
I mean, I'm just coming out of elections and I look at these number of airports and the number of MPs and I said, isn't there a gap out here? I mean, every MP minimum represents 10 lakh voting citizens.
Yes, yes.
That means that constituency has got minimum 2 million people. Now, if a US can afford 1400 airports, if a London can afford 5 airports, I mean, how many airports should India have?
Absolutely.
What should be our aspiration? When the MOCA says, 250, I think it is being less ambitious.
Right.
We should have more than 540 airports. Now, number two, I mean, if I look at the outstanding aircraft orders of Indigo and Air India, we are talking of 1,000 plus. If we go to 540 airports, I mean, I think 1,000 plus is less.
Less, correct.
So that's number two. Number three is, if I start looking at customer as an individual, let us assume that, I don't know the real data, but 500 million passengers. I'm just taking a number. Now, if 500 million passengers, do we know our clients? Can we personalize it? Then I'll start looking at, I met a gentleman, Siddharth, from the DigiYatra Foundation during coffee break. And I asked him, I said, congratulations, DigiYatra is a game changer. DigiYatra clearly shows a determined minister, a determined industry,
to collaborate.
All the airports and that the people who have worked together, it shows thought leadership. People got together. How did you convince Ministry of Home? How did you convince airports or different airports around the world? How will you convince airlines, and how will you come to the same data platform? And we started doing some interpolation out there. We started looking at the future and we realized this is not only for airports. It is about cross-border. It is about how do I integrate it with hotels? How do I integrate it with the rest of the multimodal transport? So I think when you look at future, there's one answer: growth, growth, growth. So when I look at some data points, number one, for an airport, what is the non-aircraft revenue? Now when I walk across an Adani airport or a GMR airport, I feel very proud. Because what do I see out there? I see an MRO as an industrial complex. When I see an airport, I see it as a smart city. When I see the retail, I see it as a Marks and Spencer or any other good retail outlet. When I see their food malls, I went to the Bangalore airport. I mean, I was delighted to see P.F. Chang out there. It just happens to be my favorite Chinese restaurant when I am traveling overseas. So I'm just amazed at how beautifully India Incorporated has started capturing non-aviation revenue. Now similarly for airlines, I mean, look at their what is called the ancillary revenue. I mean, best airlines are at 10%. Why you have a passenger for an average with you for 2 hours, why should you have a non-passenger revenue of 10%?
Yeah.
So I am just giving you an outside-in view. I am not saying that there are no operating efficiency. Then look at the IT budgets. I mean, I'm surprised that we run such large airlines and our IT budgets are so little. We do not focus on personalization. Certain things, where are the multimodal transports? I have only met this young woman here who talked about money is my motive. I will sell a bus ticket and I'll sell a airline ticket and I will integrate a bus and an airline. Now this young airline with 2 aircrafts can talk about integrating bus and this. Think about Indian Railways. the bus and the airline getting integrated, look at the revenue cycle that is available.
Yes, yes, yes.
So spend money on digital and look at the obvious facts. Actually, technology and aviation has been more in the forefront than anyone else. I mean, look at your pilot training. How much of pilot training is simulated? And think about it. When did that industry happen? I mean, all the Byju's upgrades and everybody else talking about offline and online training. I mean, we have been doing it in aviation sector. We were talking digital twins. I mean, this is your digital twin. You're talking about AR, VR. This is your AR, VR.
Correct.
I mean, you simulated a cockpit much before and a complex piece of machinery before anyone else in the industry.
Absolutely.
Think about the operating system of your aircraft. I mean, can you imagine how complex it is?
Yes, yes.
And that, I think if we start bringing it to our ground operations, into our flight operations, into our cargo management, into our aircraft handling, into our disaster management, into our crew management, into our revenue management, I think the answer is here. Technology-wise, aviation is much of a leader than anyone else.
Right.
Data, back-end and front-end integration has been an exercise since at least I got into the industry, and which was many years ago. If you all remember, relational databases was 1979. 2012 and 13 was Snowflake, Databricks, MongoDB, which is again really trying to find a silo, how to fix a front end with the back end. Number third, if you look at, some of these applications, whether it is DigiYatra, even today, the effort required for DigiYatra to harmonize a database with airlines, you know how much of the gap it is today. Think about it. Will they be able to do it cross-border? Yes, it is possible. So my personal feeling is, in the hotel industry, I mean, we have a loyalty program. We are supposed to know the individual. We give them status platinum. All we give them a desk, a platinum desk. Now, a DigiYatra has proven to you that your face is your passport. Your face is what everybody can recognize. Now, why can't that face become a check-in at the hotel? So my point is very simple. Technology will solve the problem. It is, as we have seen the way AI has developed. I mean, a young 3-year-old is talking to Alexa or Siri. It only means is somewhere if we are able to bring in a level of integration where technology is already available, I think we need to apply our minds and we need to solve it. So one is look at the positive side first. The positive side, which is what I mean by glass half full. Glass half full is, while there are areas which may not be doing too well, I genuinely feel very proud when I am at the Delhi airport or I'm at the Mumbai airport. I feel proud that these airports are better. I feel very proud when I come back from my overseas trips and stand in that line for immigration, because I think they are very, very efficient and they are better than most places in the world. And if you ever have a doubt, just go and stand on the Heathrow airport.
Right.
Then you will know what that efficiency means.
Yeah.
Right? So I am very, very proud of what we have been able to achieve. Now glass half empty. Yeah, there's more to be done. But that's where I think all of us in this industry have an opportunity.
Right.
Now, whether we are talking about, we all saw Qatar host a FIFA, they did it seamlessly. They did it because of digitization. They did it because every stadium was a smart stadium. They did it because they could recognize every individual in the stadium, because I was involved in their, stadium management, I promise you they could decide which gates to open, when to close, because they use digital. I think airports are more complex than stadium. Airport has got more revenue opportunities than stadium. Airline is more complex than an airport, and it has got more revenue opportunities. We just need to unlock it.